Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is bigMooney and this here is some Battlefield 4 gameplay. Oh yes, provided by Chaboy, and if you've not subscribed to Chaboy already, then you are sincerely missing out, so you should definitely do that. There'll be a link in the description down below. But we're going to be talking about Battlefield 4 today, of course, because this is Battlefield 4 and that would make sense. And Chaboy was very kind enough to provide this gameplay to me to do a little video over and sort of share my thoughts, as it were, if it's worth anything about Battlefield 4. And I'd like to say I've actually played it for myself. This footage here, as it just said in the screen just there, was actually recorded at E3 in that little sort of LAN event they were doing. So that's where this was recorded, and I've had my own little bit of hands-on experience, and some of you are probably like, oh, you've not been to E3, how did you play it? I played the alpha that they kind of released last week. I played a little bit of that, and I've got to say, the alpha version that they came out with, I found this pretty strange. The alpha version that they released to the public to try out was an older build of the game than the version you're watching right now. I don't know, like, the alpha itself is really just to test out the servers and shit like that, and find bugs, obviously, that is the whole point in alpha, and the bugs are everywhere, you know, it's an alpha, it's expected. And from my sort of experience of it, it's just, I don't understand how they gave out an older version of the game in an alpha when they clearly had a new version of the game. And I say this because there's a couple of really big things that point out the fact that it's a pretty old version of the game. First and foremost, there's absolutely no colour in any of the buildings or objects or anything around the map. It's all that weird sort of like white creamish colour, like everything is just that. Like, they have the models and shit in there of the cars and blah blah blah, they have all that cool, the debris, the lot, but there's no colour. It's kind of weird running around the map when everything is just white all the time, so it's kind of strange. And also, in the version that I played, the big building that falls down, you're going to see that later on in this video just here, so stay tuned for that. The big building that falls down doesn't fall down, so yeah, at least from my experience, I don't think it did. Like, I played for about a good 4 hours or so, and the building didn't fall down once, so I thought, yeah, this clearly doesn't work in this, maybe not doesn't work, but hasn't been put in yet. But, yeah. But that aside, my experience of that alpha, the actual gunplay and the shit that matters, it's pretty awesome. It's Battlefield. It works the same, a lot of the things work the same way that you're used to. They don't deviate wholeheartedly, they don't like wholly change or revolutionize everything that they do. And Chaboy, what are you doing with this chopper right now? I don't think it's designed to be in this little building. I've got to say, a lot of the fighting takes place when you're playing on this map. From my experience, a lot of the fighting either takes place up on the building, like where he is right now, or down by that flag he was just at, just there. Now, pay attention to what happens just here. He opts to stay inside the building as it collapses instead of jumping out. And, well, they've clearly, they need to work on that. If people stay in the building, they should probably die, not just, like, end up in some weird fucking concoction of a sandwich type thing in a weird third dimension, as is going on just here. I think he had to suicide out of that. But, yeah, they definitely need to work on a lot of things, and don't take what you're seeing at E3 or in any leaked, let's say, leaked alpha footage that people are throwing out there as the full product, because the game is still very early. Maybe not very early, but it's still a lot of stuff to sort of tweak and fix. If I played in the Battlefield 3 alpha a couple of years ago, and it was far buggy, far buggier than even the beta that came out a couple of months later. So definitely don't take any bugs that you see in any gameplay that has came out so far as what the actual game is going to be like, because it's an alpha and that's the way that it's going to be. I mean, when I was playing the game, there was people like that whole weird sort of default NPC animation thing where their hands and legs are just sticking out. There was people walking around like that. There was people with half their body through the ground just floating about, and there was people lying dead but like skiing around as if they were on wheels around the floor. None of that shit, I've not seen any of that at all in any of this E3 footage that's been sent. So clearly the alpha that they gave us was like a much earlier version of the game. I just don't get why they would put that out instead of putting this out. It doesn't make any sense to me, but there's probably reasons for it. I'm not a game developer, so I don't know. But stuff that I picked up on while playing the game for myself that I really enjoyed was the sound of the guns and stuff, like the actual punchiness of the guns is back. Like the punchiness of it sounds a lot better. Like for some reason in Battlefield 3 a lot of the guns sound like BB guns. Like you honestly, they didn't sound as impactful as they really should. I mean, a big fuck off assault rifle should feel like it's doing some damage, not just like, I don't know, scratching the guy or whatever. Right now in the gameplay just here, he decides to pick on this boat. Like he just gets shredded by the boat a second ago. And one thing I would say is don't fuck with the boats. The boats are pretty damn powerful. Those miniguns on there will destroy you. So watch out for those. Of course the boats have those little escape pods and shit, or basically they're jet skis. But they're basically escape pods. That's really what they act as, which is a pretty cool idea. Basically, to get in those, you don't need to like select it or anything. Whenever you just get out, it will automatically put you into one of those little jet skis. So that's a pretty cool little idea, and happy they threw that in there, because sometimes it can be a real pain in the arse when you're in a boat in the middle of the sea and you end up getting killed by a chopper, or at least your boat gets destroyed, and then you end up just floating around in the sea. That's no fun at all. But going back to the gameplay just here, this is one of these sort of new vehicles I've thrown in there. It's a sort of heavily armored Humvee type thing. It's pretty slow. It's got the little gun on top there. But it can take a bit of damage, which is pretty good, and of course Chaboy has to go in there for the teabag, so why the fuck not? As you can see in the map just now, there's a lot of dust and shit everywhere, of course, because that big building collapsed earlier on in the gameplay. So I think that's a really cool aspect of this map in particular, and they've not really shown us other maps. They've not shown us any other maps, so I don't really know if these other maps are going to include cool dynamic sort of changes to them. For example, like in this one here, the building falls down, there's debris everywhere, there's, you know, paper and shit flying all over the shop, and really the map just ends up getting more, it degrades throughout the game. Are other maps going to be like that? Are they going to have big huge things that are going to happen that are going to really, you know, fuck up the map, or I don't know, like offer a new sort of gameplay sort of element to it? Right here, that wasn't a very smart idea running at that tank, but you should take note just there. He's pointing his recon, he has the C4, that was already established in the gameplay demo that Dice showed him. But one thing I was wondering was the actual throwing animation, is it back to sort of similar ways to Bad Company 2? Well, that answer just there was no. Well, at least at this point in development. Now, Dice have in the past had their alphas, their betas, and all that sort of stuff, and they'll sort of change things. They'll sort of, you know, change the model or change the animation or whatever. So I don't really know if the throwing of C4 is going to be the same way it's going to be in Battlefield 3 when this comes out. Now, what the fuck is this thing? Like, I was watching this gameplay back and I was like, what? I didn't even see this thing at all. And yeah, he kind of failed with his knife there. You don't need to go behind the guy. You can run right up in front of the guy. This is one thing to take note of. You can run right up in front of the guy, hit knife, and it will do the animation. He's able to actually counter that. But yeah, you can get the drop on someone, especially when he was playing in this little event just here. I don't think the people there would have known to expect that. But one thing you may have just noticed just there, the little bollards thing, the little sort of roadblock. You can't go, see that little bridge just there? There's, I don't know if the button is on either side or if it's on one side. I think it's on both sides, but there's a little terminal, I think it's to the right of him just now, the little white thing you see on the right next to the pole just there. You can see the circle around it just now actually. You go over to that, you press that, the bollards come up, sort of automatic bollard things, and tanks and stuff can't go over the bridge. That's pretty fucking cool. You need to get out, you need to press the button. I don't know if there's a recharge on that button or whatever, but you need to press that button, then the bollards go up or down or whatever. And yeah, so it's, you can't really, if someone is going to watch that bridge, they can stop tanks and stuff actually getting over to your side of the map. So that's a pretty cool little thing, a cool little dynamic thing that they put in there. Another one, of course, that they've put in the maps are the ability to go up the lifts, up the elevators and stuff. I had a problem when I was playing in the alpha. I get stuck in one of these lifts. I couldn't suicide for some reason because the pause menu didn't work. I think it takes it off of you when you go in the lift for some reason. I get stuck and I had to reset my game, so that was kind of irritating. But you know, like I said earlier on, it's an alpha. Don't take it as the full product. And what are you doing here, Chaboy? Trying to crash a helicopter into someone's face? Someone else. There's 2 other people in that chopper with you, and you are scaring the absolute fuck out of both of them. So well done for that. But overall thoughts, I played the alpha myself, like I said, and it was awesome. It was good fun. The guns feel good, the sound design is good, and of course, you can crash your helicopters, jump out, spot your target. If he's the worst player ever, he won't be able to hit you, and then you can go for a nice
ninja stab, motherfucker!
Taking him down. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe to Chaboy down in the description down below. Thanks very much, mate, for providing this gameplay footage here. But until next time, I've been bigMooney, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.